Starting a daycare business can feel like an overwhelming process with 100 decisions all hitting you at once. Licensing, cost, legal structure, finding a space. And most people either freeze or they start in the wrong order. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to start your own daycare business, whether that is a home daycare, a preschool, or a full childcare center. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Dina, and after 21 years as a child care center director, I now help child care business owners build profitable, thriving programs without the overwhelm of figuring everything out alone. Now, before we get into the steps, I want you to know something. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You just need to start and start in the right order. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to give you 6 steps in the order they need to happen so that nothing falls through the cracks. All right, let's get into it. The first step is to research your state's licensing requirements. So this is always step 1. It's not buying supplies or toys. It's not naming your business. It's not building a website. All of those are super fun, and I get it. But the first step is licensing. Now, every state has different rules, and home daycares and centers, they don't have the same requirements. So let me give you the quick version. If you're opening a home daycare, most states are going to cap you at somewhere between 5 and 12 kids, depending on your space and whether you have an assistant or not. You'll need about 35 square feet per child for indoor space. This can vary, but 35 is usually the average. And your home will need to pass a safety inspection. Now, we're talking smoke detectors, fire extinguishers. You will need everything locked up in cabinets, those locked chemicals, safe sleep areas, and a fenced area outside. You and every adult living in your home will also need background checks. And most states also require CPR and first aid certification. And many now want you to have pre-service training before you even open. You will also want to check your zoning before you spend a dollar. So some neighborhoods and HOAs, they don't allow home businesses, and you don't want to find that out after you've already invested and you get a notice saying you need to close your doors because you didn't get approval. So you need to check for zoning. You'll also have an application and a licensing fee. It's usually a few $100s, and you can find all of this out through your state's licensing department. Now, if you're opening a center, it's the same process with the application and the fee, but obviously you're going to have more children, you're going to have more space, and you're going to want to separate those rooms by age group. And your ratios may be different. Also, we're talking 1 adult for every 4 infants, or for Georgia, it's 1 to 6. You may need 1 adult for 6 toddlers, or 10 toddlers. Again, it depends on your state. Your staff will need real credentials. Lead teachers may need a CDA or college credits in early childhood education, and directors often need a bit more. Now, every employee will also need a background check, and in some states that includes volunteers also. You'll need to pass some building and health department inspections, fire marshal approval, ADA compliance. Kitchen inspections sometimes are needed if you're serving food. And on top of that, you will need a written emergency preparedness plan, parent handbook, and ongoing annual training for all of your staff. And that's usually anywhere from 10 to 24 hours a year per person. And most of that training can be done online, or you can hire someone to come in person. Now, I know that's a lot, but it is important that you know what you're looking at. So I want you to go to your state's childcare licensing agency website, find the provider section, and download everything. I will drop a link in the description so that you're not hunting for it and you can find your state's website easily. Now, don't skip this step. Everything else that you build will sit upon this foundation. All right, so let's talk about step 2, and that is choosing your business structure. So this is the legal side. You need to decide if you're going to operate as a sole proprietor, an LLC, or a corporation. Now, if you're opening a home daycare, you can absolutely operate as a sole proprietor. And that simply means that you and your business are one and the same. and there's no separate legal entity. You report your business income on your personal tax return, and there's no filing fee or paperwork to set up. It's the simplest way to get started. The trade-off is that there's no legal separation between you and your business. So if something goes wrong, your personal assets, your home, your car, your savings could be at risk. So that's why most daycare owners usually set up an LLC, which is a limited liability company. And this gives you that layer of protection between your personal finances and your business. You can file this through the state's Secretary of State website, and in most cases, it costs between $50 and $500, depending on your state. It's usually closer to that $50 mark. Now, once you establish your LLC, you need to get your EIN. It stands for Employer Identification Number. You can get it from the IRS website. It's free, and it only takes about 5 minutes. Then you want to open a business bank account. You want to keep your personal money and your business money completely separate from day one. It just makes it so much easier to keep everything separate, and it helps with taxes at the end of the year. Now, before we move on, I want to make sure that you don't overlook insurance. So at a minimum, you need general liability insurance. This protects you if a child gets hurt in your care or if there's property damage. And you will want to get this in place before your first child walks through the door. This is not optional. Get liability insurance. Now, step 3 is creating your business plan. Now, I want to be upfront here. If you're opening a home daycare and you're self-funding, a formal business plan is not a requirement. It becomes a necessity when you're looking to obtain funding or you are going to be looking for a loan. That's when a lender is going to want to see it on paper. But with that being said, even if nobody's asking you for one, I still recommend putting one together just for your own benefit. It doesn't have to be fancy. It basically just forces you to think through the important stuff before you spend money. And that's always a good thing. So at its core, a business plan is really just your answers to 4 questions. What are you building? Who are you serving? How much will it cost? And how will you make money? So let me give you a quick picture on cost. For a home daycare, you might spend $500 to $3,000 on things like safety equipment, toys, learning materials, and licensing fees. For a center, you're looking at $10,000 to $50,000 or more, depending on whether you're renovating a space, buying furniture, and hiring staff before you even open. So knowing these numbers up front is what keeps you from running out of money in month 2. So your plan should include your startup cost, your monthly operating expenses, things like rent, utilities, food, supplies, and payroll, your pricing structure, and your revenue projections. You will want to know how many children you need enrolled and at what tuition rate to be able to cover your expenses and pay yourself. And you will want to write this down and come back to it again and again. And if you're feeling like that's a lot to keep track of, I created a free daycare starter guide that walks you through all the necessary steps from licensing and budgeting to marketing and enrolling families. It is linked in the description below. Grab it and use it as your checklist as you go through this process. Now, step 4 is finding and setting up your location. So now you're going to need to find a location. If you're starting a home daycare, your location is your home. But you still need to make sure it meets your state's requirements for square footage, outdoor play space, safety features like smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, cabinet locks, outlet covers. If you're opening a center, you need to think about zoning laws, lease terms, parking, drop-off flow, and whether the space meets your ADA accessibility requirements. So you'll want to call your local zoning office before you sign a lease. And the last thing you want is to find out that your space isn't zoned for childcare after you've already leased a space and you put money into it. Once your space is secured, set it up with age-appropriate furniture, learning materials, and safety equipment. So think child-sized tables and chairs, cribs for infants, cots for nap time for toddlers, first aid kit, and clearly defined areas for play, learning, eating, and resting. Here's your quick checklist before opening day. Get your license, insurance, business bank account, safety inspection passed. You have your enrollment forms, your parent handbook, and your emergency contacts, your emergency prepared plan, your daily schedules for your classrooms, all ready and set up. Once your space is fully set up and furnished, an inspector will come out and they'll walk through your entire space to make sure everything meets their health, safety, and square footage requirements. And things like working smoke detectors, proper food storage, safe sleeping areas. They're going to look at your outdoor fencing to make sure it's secured, and they check everything. So don't let that intimidate you. If you followed your state's guideline from step one, this is really just a confirmation that you did the work. And they just want to make sure that your space is safe for kids. And that's what we want, right? It's very important. And once you pass, you'll be issued your official childcare license. And that's the moment that it all becomes real. So step 5 is to hire and train your team. So if you are opening a home program, you might be opening on your own right now, and you might not need staff right away. But if you're opening a center, you're going to need help. So here's the thing about staffing. Your state licensing requirements dictate exactly how many staff members you need based on the number and ages of children in your care. So for example, in many states, you need 1 adult for every 4 infants, 1 adult for every 10 preschoolers. We talked about ratio. This is where that comes in. Those ratios directly impact how many staff you need and how much you're spending on payroll, which is usually your biggest expense. So when hiring, look for people who are not just qualified on paper, but who genuinely love working with children. You will need to run those background checks. And then you will need to make sure that every staff member has or gets their CPR and first aid certification. And then you will want to train them on your daily schedule, your emergency procedures, your communication expectations with parents, and your philosophy on how children are cared for in your program. All right, step 6, we're almost there, is to market your daycare and start enrolling. And actually, I would suggest you do this when you are setting up your space, to go ahead and start marketing and enrolling even before you get your license, so that when you do open your doors, that you are going to be flooded with new families. Here's where you start marketing. I want you to set up a Google business profile, and this is free, and it's how parents in your area will find you when they search for childcare near them. You want to add your hours, your location, photos of your space, and a clear description of your services. Then you want to create a simple website or landing page. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs your location, your hours, your rates, what ages you serve, and how to contact you. And that's it. Third, I want you to join local Facebook groups for parents in your area. You don't want to spam them. You just want to be helpful and answer questions about childcare. And you want to let people know that you're opening, because word of mouth is still the most powerful marketing tool in this industry. And then fourth, connect with your local childcare resource and referral agency. Many states have them, and they refer parents directly to licensed providers. This is free marketing, so take advantage of it. And then fifth is, don't underestimate flyers and business cards. So you can put them at pediatrician offices, libraries, churches, and community centers. Parents are everywhere, so make sure they know that you exist. So there you have it, the 6 steps to starting your own profitable daycare business. Is it a lot of work? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. You are building something that matters for your community, for the families you serve, and for yourself. So if this video is helpful, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the next one. I've got a lot more coming to help you build and grow your childcare business. And don't forget to grab my free daycare starter guide. It's your step-by-step checklist for everything we talked about today and more. The link is right below in the description. It's free, it's easy to follow, and it's going to save you a ton of time. All right, I'll see you in the next one.